Chimera DK, wide receiver from Florida, Home Squad Sports.
This is Jacob Harris, and shout out to Home Squad Sports.
Hey, it's Jake Brenningsul with Home Squad Sports.
This is Seth Hennigan here with Home Squad Sports.
Home Squad Sports, what's up, everyone? It's our second to last preview of the season before the season's finally here. It's been a long journey here, a long off season. I'm excited to get to it. I know Dalton is as well. Dalton, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How's it going?
I'm good, brother. I'm ready to get into it. I know we got a lot of things that are some people might think is chalky, but I think it's a overall. Some of these teams will definitely be surprising. Maybe just not the record, but just who they beat. Some of these teams are going to lose some games they shouldn't, but that's just about every football team unless you're, top of the top.
Oh, for sure, man. It's a good conference, I think.
Me too.
I mean, the bottom's not great at all. But...
So we kind of tiered these, as importance once we started the P4. We went Big 12 first, right? Then we went ACC. Now we're going Big 10. Then early next week, we're right back at it for our last one with SEC. So we tiered it as this being the second best conference. Do you believe, it's the second best still?
Yeah, for sure. I still think it's better than the Big 12, but I don't think it's as big now. I think just the Big 12 depth is better for sure, The bottom teams, there's not a terrible team there, I don't think. Cincinnati's pretty bad. But
yeah, I agree.
Not as bad as Northwestern and Purdue. And
I know. Cincinnati, man, yeah. A lot of those guys, and then we got some teams that kind of resemble Cincinnati. I know Purdue, they had total of 54 new players come in. So, it's pretty insane. We got the rankings for each transfer portal team like we have this whole time. And then we got, obviously our predictions. So, let's go ahead and get into it. Like we said, this is the Big Ten 2025 preview. Before we get into it, we just have some quick news from our boy. You've seen him in the intro, friend of the program. We got to mention it before we get into it. Our guy, Seth Hennigan, balled out in the preseason. Shout out to Seth Hennigan there. Give him a round of applause here. Highest rated rookie. I guess QBR and overall, I don't know, but any rookie that had 10 or more dropbacks. Here's the rankings here, Dalton. We got obviously Seth at first, Shadur at second. Your boy Jackson Dart.
He played great.
Yeah, I thought he played great, man. I like Jackson Dart. I think just from what you saw, do you think he's going to start sooner now, or is that just maybe lightning in a bottle? You just got to wait.
I still don't want him to. He was going against backups, still.
Yeah. I agree. And then I know we've seen the Panthers try out some of their starters there on offense. Bryce Young, they started the first drive, but Tet. Hey, man. Hey, I'll tell you right now.
He said he's been chewing all camp.
Oh, man. Tet McMillan, bro. I know I was skeptical on him. I'll tell you right now. It looks like I'm going to be wrong on that one. Dalton.
Still too early, but
Dalton has been telling this guy he might be all pro.
I said it since before last year.
You did, and you were you're the first person that mentioned him to me, and there were
before he broke out, kind of even.
That was really high on him. That you definitely were the first one. So.
Oh, great! Look, I told you, Gary Mertz played better than one guy, though. I did. His ratings better than yours.
Yeah, I know. Well,
4 for 16, 2 fumbles.
Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Okay, so we got Jalen. And then hold on here. We got
Ben Wardridge.
Yeah, who is that?
Undrafted guy from Louisiana.
Okay, well, shout out to Seth again. He's not the only undrafted guy here, but that's our boy. I can't believe he was undrafted. It's Tyler Shuck there coming in with the Saints. He did okay.
Yeah.
Rattler had some moments, but Rattler's just really reckless. So I do think Tyler Shuck's probably going to get that
Your
job.
Boy Riley Leonard didn't play great.
Our boy Riley Leonard, yeah. I guess my boy. I won't say our boy.
I like him off the field, but you think he's going to start and stuff. AR is going to nail his job down, man.
All right. Well, hey,
we disagree on this.
I totally respect your loyalty.
Fandom, yeah.
I totally respect your loyalty to AR. I think he should maybe switch positions. But then we got your guy, Graham Mertz, who threw 3 picks, but then still did not finish last with Quinn Ewers. I think he had 2 fumbles and maybe a pick as well.
Something bad.
So, yeah, long road for them. But we wanted to shout out Seth because he's been a friend of the program, like
Yeah,
you said.
man.
Got to interview him there. A really nice guy and a 4-year starter there at Memphis. Looks like hopefully he's going to crack the 53-man roster. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our predictions here. Big Ten. This is it, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Ohio State winning the Big Ten. Now, Dalton, give me your thoughts here on the overall view as the people would kind of take in the order. I think, like I said, a couple of these are not too big surprises, but what are you thinking overall?
It's a little top heavy, right? The first 5 teams, and then I think Indiana 9-3. I don't really count them with the first 4.
Yeah.
I don't think you're that good, but
Yep, and we're going to get into every team and exactly because which losses as well. But go on. I didn't mean to.
It's going to be a lot of new quarterbacks in the top 3 of the top 4 teams. Got new QBs coming in.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Penn State can have that jump year this year. Can they actually win go to the Final Four?
I'm skeptical on Ohio State, man. I
know, right?
Julian Sayin's just not. I don't know. It's just not
He's not your prototypical Ohio State quarterback.
No, he's not. I don't. No, he's just was highly rated. Obviously, people are just like kind of creating to think the scenarios in their head of why he's not going to be good. But until you have tape, I think everything is just right now, and everything makes sense. If you're worried or if you're confident, I think both make sense right now.
I think any quarterback has a pretty high floor though at Ohio State.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if his ceiling's that high, but his floor is still pretty damn high just because of who's around him.
Yeah.
But I don't know about the run game either this year. We'll get into that when we get to Ohio State more. But
yeah, and we have, like I said,
replacing 2 backs. They went second round, So.
Yeah, and then like you said, a load of backs here that came out of this last class, along with the tight ends that are very underrated. But yeah, like I said, we got Oregon coming at 3rd, Michigan coming at 4th. Indiana is a team that I like more on paper than I did last year. But their schedule's a little harder, I think. So
and the shine's off of Cignetti now that somebody likes him.
I think it is. I think Dillingham kind of took that away from him, kind of being the new coach on the block. Cignetti just yelled. I agree, man. I think me and you've talked to him. I talked about him off camera. Just when how he conducts himself, just it's kind of weird. Comes off as I don't know.
You're scared to play Virginia now, bro.
Yeah, he canceled the Virginia series.
He canceled the Clemson series.
Yeah, really weird.
Virginia.
It's weird. It's real weird. That's what I'm saying. Like you said, you put that kind of perfectly. The shine's kind of off that
they're still
new
gonna
program.
Be good, I think. Yeah, 9-3 is a good year. Great year at IU. Great year there.
Yeah, like you gotta take it. So I want to get into our 8-4 teams here. It kind of gets real bunched up here. We got Illinois, USC, Nebraska, and Minnesota all going 8-4. But we have these in order for the reason. We will have the losses and who they're going to be losing to. But give me your thoughts on those 4 teams. Out of these 4 teams, which one do you think could sneak a 9th win, and which one could possibly slip down and have a 7th win?
Oh, Illinois could definitely get 9 or 10 even.
Ooh.
I'm telling you, I like this team a lot. You didn't like them as much. They settled 8-4, but we're talking about their safety duo. And the Altmaier back, man. Second best quarterback returning behind Allar.
I like Altmaier. So. He's growing on me. He's growing on me as
mobile, man.
Go ahead.
He's a Kiffin guy. He came from Ole Miss.
I like Kiffin, man, but as we'll get into next week, bro, the tools he just has in his shed and his toolbox are just not good. I don't know if that's just me talking because of the video game, but, bro, I don't know. I'm very skeptical. There's just not a lot of speed around there. You need size, strength, and speed in the SEC. You need that in this conference as well, but you see that pretty much top to bottom in the SEC. So you said – so you're saying Altmaier can take the Illini to a possible 10th win. USC here, Nebraska, and Minnesota. Out of those 3, can any of those possibly get a 9, or they can possibly get a 5th loss?
Oh, yeah, I think USC could definitely lose 5 or 6. I mean, you know how I feel about Lincoln Riley. He's just a recruiter, not a good coach, man. Kind of like a la Coach Cal.
Yeah.
In basketball.
Yeah.
He's a recruiter, not a coach. So far in his career, he's got to prove me wrong.
I agree.
What do you want? 3 or 4 Heismans? Yeah, okay, cool.
That's crazy, though.
Playoff game.
It's kind of crazy, though.
Oh, it's fire. It's fire. But you got a championship or something.
I agree. And they
Or-
got a crazy recruiting
You
class
get
coming
paid that
in.
much money. You getting so much.
Oh, so much. And the resources are there now. It's just hard to get people in the stands with LA, but they have some guys coming
I
in.
think Nebraska could lose more too. I'm not sold on Rayola.
I'm not sold on Rayola as well. The recruiting and the transfer class just wasn't too crazy. All these teams got studs coming in. USC's got a lot of studs coming in next year. Quarterback like Jonas Williams, Brett Collegier, they're up front. But Minnesota as a team, I'm kind of skeptical on. I know.
I get that.
I know you like Rocco, which I understand.
That's Ohio
No, my
State.
bad.
They got a freshman quarterback.
Yeah. I know a lot of people do like Minnesota, but they're running the option now, right? Or is that Central Michigan?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
Central
don't have an
Michigan.
option. They're just PJ Fleck, row the boat,
And PJ Fleck just got signed to an extension,
tough,
which
hard nosed football team.
I like PJ Fleck just as a coach, but just Minnesota competing 8-4 is they're good as they're gonna do. They should be celebrating with 8-4, in my opinion.
I think that's going to be a great year, but a lot of these 8-4 teams a lot of these teams in this conference to get this many wins. They have easy non-conference schedules.
Yeah.
A lot of them do. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
USC's got a tough one against Notre Dame. Illinois got Duke. Ohio State has Texas. But besides that, Indiana doesn't play anybody. Michigan,
No.
Penn State.
Indiana's schedule's very easy. Penn State's
Nebraska
actually
doesn't play nobody. Minnesota. So yeah, that's why a lot of these teams. That's 3 or 4. That's 3 easy wins. She only got to go 5-4 in conference to go 8-4. So it's really not as impressive as it seems on paper.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
agree.
still a great year in Minnesota for sure. But USC, I mean, they 8-4 is still not good enough, right? Not at all.
No.
Florida 8-4 years is not. It's like
I don't know.
last year was
I think USC is a couple years away.
Yeah,
Still, I
me
think
too.
you give them 2 years, and then if it's not a 10-win season or playoff, at least contention in the next 2 years, then they'll probably have to make a move.
cut
That's
the
what I
cord.
think. Just with us following the recruiting, trail now, knowing a couple of these guys that we've seen their quarterback coming in next year, Jonas Williams, we've seen him throw. He's good, man. He's tough. He went all the way to Elite 11. So it's like they got guys coming in. Brett Collegier, 6-0 Academy guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to be playing center for him. So we know a few of these guys, and it's like, all right, these guys are dogs. They're going to be getting Booby Feaster as well at wide receiver. And if they can just hold on to him, get these guys on campus. If you don't,
hold on to him's the problem.
that's a problem.
They
And
just
then
lost Zachariah Branch to Georgia.
it's developing. Lincoln Riley's never truly gotten a guy from freshman year and developed him all the way up. It's like he's getting transfers in.
Baker, Kyler,
Yeah. So I think it's an uphill battle for a lot of these teams, especially at the bottom half. Like we got Washington. I think they're a flip of the coin. They could possibly get an 8th win or a 6th win. 6 loss, go 6-6.
I'm excited about their offense.
I like their offense. Just some of their additions are a little questionable. I know a lot of teams are going to be hating on this bottom half, especially along with Wisconsin.
Tacario Davis, though, Washington, one of the best corners in the country, transferring in.
Okay, let's get into it. All right,
Wisconsin, you think they're going to be a little better?
I think they might
But
be
their
a little
schedule
better.
is the hardest in the Big Ten.
It's hard. I'm just being honestly a little biased because our guy Jameer Scott's going to be
like him too.
freshman corner there.
If he was starting, I'd be
He's
6.
third string, so it's like if he can get in on some maybe situational stuff. Guys get banged up all the time, so hopefully he gets on the field.
Be on special teams.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless they want a red shirt.
He's just too. I don't think they are. But
if he's third string, probably not.
We won't really find out.
No,
we really won't find out until
6 games from now.
6 games, around that. Who's actually going to be fully redshirt? That stuff happens all the time. All right, so let's go ahead and get team by team here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. So first team here is Ohio State.
Yeah.
We got them going 11-1 here. Obviously, key players. Everyone knows them. They've been talked about here. He's on the cover of the game. Jeremiah Smith, Caleb Downs. Anyone that knows ball knows that Caleb Downs is probably one of the most, also 1A and 1B most talked about guys this offseason.
2 best players in college, probably.
I think so too.
Overall.
I think so too.
So, I mean, that's a great start.
But you need a quarterback. So
we got him a key player.
And then they have Carnell Tate as well, who's a guy I really love. What do you like? Do you have a player comp for Carnell Tate at all, or is he just a really good receiver?
Jerry Macklin.
Ooh, I like that. He's that big?
Tate is like 6'1".
Okay, love it. I miss Jeremy.
You 6'1", 190.
Anybody that wasn't around to watch Jeremy Macklin, go look some Jeremy Macklin highlights. Absolute dog. And
watch him at Missouri too.
Yeah, Missouri. Him and Chase Daniel, dogs. They were great. So, all right, Shonny Styles is another guy too.
Good linebacker.
He's getting some clock there. He's getting some talk about draft stock. We're on Draft Professors this past week, and we'll talk about some O linemen with the transfers as well. So here's their key players. Obviously, we got the trophy next to them. We got them winning the Big Ten. If it doesn't work at quarterback, Dalton, what's their worst record that can possibly happen with Ohio State?
Like we were talking about off camera, their ceiling. Did I say was that on here?
No, it was on here, I think.
Okay, good. Yeah, the ceiling is going to be so. Like I said, the ceiling is so high. I mean, the floor is high, man. For any quarterbacks, I think what's their worst record? 9-3.
Yeah,
that's their floor. I mean, Ohio State. Really, what are they going to go? They're not going to go 6-6, are they?
They can't lose to Michigan. They have to beat Michigan this year. You know what I'm saying?
But they win the ship again, it don't matter. But
them running it back. What if them and the Eagles run it back? I'll be so not very surprised. Honestly,
I think the Eagles secondary is, man. Jamar Chase was torching that first team.
I know,
but
okay,
Ohio State's gonna be good, dude. It's just about is the quarterback going to be good? That's it. That's the only question mark. Again, well, going into last year, that was the question. But the run game too.
I know. Then they had Henderson last year
and Quinshot
and Judkins. Yeah, I know they're dogs. And Judkins, I think he said he's on the team right for. He's facing any charge. Like he's back.
They let it go.
Yeah, he's back on the team. So that's crazy. Yeah, I'm very curious. We do have them losing to Texas though, week 1
at home.
So
that's just because it's Sayin's first start, right?
Sayin's first start, Arch Manning's first start, but this is not.
Started at least,
but it's not his first.
He started last year a game or two.
Did he start a game?
Somebody bad.
Did he start?
Somebody bad. Yours was out against like Louisiana Monroe or something.
Really? Well, that's good because I do agree with the take. I mean, I do think Texas is going to win that game. I think week 1 you're going to see a lot of teams that are going to beat a team that ends up with a better record than them. That's just how the cookie crumbles first week, man. I think you're going to see a lot of teams see what plays don't work. There's a lot of – would you have a new quarterback? There's so many plays you're 50-50 on. You don't even know if it's going to work yet. You literally don't know. You're like, this is working in practice. You have no clue until you get out there. So many times.
That's why I really think a first game should not be hard. Second game can be hard.
Yeah, I know.
I love it though as a fan.
I think as
a fan, it's great football. Give me great games week 1. But as a coach and as a player, give me a FCS school, man.
I agree.
With all due respect to the FCS players.
So
give me that.
So we're covering week 0 next week.
Oh yeah.
Do you think it should be more of a thing where all of the big schools play easy teams on week 0? They have to play week 0. And then maybe a bye, and then week 2 is pretty much like the official.
Then it would just be week 1 then instead of week 0, right? That's why it's week 0 because it's like 5 games.
I know, but we're fans of week 0. A lot of people aren't.
The whole game.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people aren't fans of week 0. A lot of people are like, oh, it doesn't count. It's not
12 o'clock noon kickoff. Kansas State, Iowa State. Rocco Beck versus Emory Johnson.
Game.
What more do you need for first game of the year in Dublin, Ireland?
In Dublin, Ireland, and then the week after that, you're obviously going to have this Texas and Ohio State game. Texas and Ohio State obviously added a bunch of guys. Let's see who Ohio State added. They do have Max Klare from Purdue.
Tight end 1.
If you have followed any of our conference previews, you have seen Purdue player after Purdue player on top transfer list. Dalton just said tight end 1, right?
In the draft, probably, yeah.
You like him a lot. Okay, so we're going to see if he can, play his way in and kind of bail out Julian Sayin. Anytime you have a young quarterback or just a first-year starting quarterback, a tight end is key, a la Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, any guys that, Brady, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, any good quarterback, any decent quarterback, both have good tight ends. Doesn't matter. So we'll see what happens here, especially when you have a mobile guy, Cam Newton with Greg Olsen. Bunch of those guys. Phillip Daniels are coming from Minnesota on the offensive line. Then we had Ethan Onianwa, who we did feature in the Draft Professor podcast. We were going over top offensive linemen in the draft. He is on the list.
I did mention him.
Yeah, I put him on the list there at the top 40. We have Beau Atkinson, defensive end from North Carolina. CJ Donaldson from West Virginia, running back. West Virginia is going to be shocking some teams this year. No, they're obviously losing these guys, but we can't. If you want to go back here, look at them. We have a pretty good season mapped out for them. Justin Terry, offensive lineman from West Virginia as well. Then Logan George from Idaho State, and then great name here, Eli Brickhandler from Houston Christian, formerly known as Houston Baptist, who produced Bailey Zappi. So shout out to them. And then rounding out the top list here. Now it's not all the transfers, just the top that were rated 1 to whatever. We have linebacker Howard Duquesne. Any of these guys that are gonna
Ty Howard from Duquesne.
I was like,
Duquesne.
sorry, bro. I made so
Hey,
many
it happens.
graphics,
It's
so
all
many
good.
graphics in the past 2 days.
But
Max,
Beau Atkinson's gonna have a big year, I think.
like, okay, I'm glad you brought him up because defensive ends, they haven't had a dominant defensive end in a couple years with Ohio State, right?
That's why they won the ship last year, if you remember.
Well, I mean,
Jack Sawyer and JT Tumalo dominated that game
well, I'm talking.
against Texas.
I'm talking that they've put in the draft, I
They
guess.
both got drafted. Yeah.
But where they get drafted?
Second round and fifth round.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Second
talking
and
like
fourth.
they haven't had a
First round.
they haven't
Chase
had a
Young.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. They haven't had a first round like pass rusher in a long time. So I think they need a guy that's gonna kind of burst onto the scene and get a bunch of sacks, especially when you have a young quarterback. They need to pull out all the stops to make Julian Sayin's life easy. That's rhyme or rule for any team. A bunch of these teams have the same, formulas to success this year, and Ohio State being one of them.
CJ Donaldson too. I'm not sure if he's gonna be RB1. James Peoples might get the job, but he's definitely short yardage back. He's like 235. He's just a dog. I like him, man. He was pretty good at West Virginia. Just was behind Jaheim White, who's one of the best backs in the nation.
I was real skeptical. I remember if you go back, actually our first or second episode ever, because West Virginia had a big week 1 game. I think it was against Cincinnati last year, where I think they lost.
Garrett Green was good.
Their
College quarterback.
who was their coach last year? Brown. Neil Brown. Yeah, he got fired. He just wasn't, man. He just wasn't the right fix. Now, obviously, they brought in Rich Rod, and I think they're going to be shocking a lot of guys. They had to pretty much flip the whole roster doing so, and we'll see how that pans out. So let's go into the second team here, Dalton. A team that a lot of players that are a lot of fans, they're probably thinking this team is going to be going to the national championship. A lot of people think they're going to be slipping up here with Julian Sayin. I don't blame them because Allar is atop of some people's draft lists. Now, as time goes by, I'm kind of getting a little bit skeptical on Drew Allar. Yeah. But out of these key players, give me a couple guys to look out for.
Is this the best running back duo in the country or second? It's up there with Notre Dame.
And Louisville.
Yeah, but these guys just got experience. They're both seniors, so I got a little ahead of Louisville right now.
For now.
Plus, Louisville, both guys are speed guys.
Okay.
That's the only thing about them. It's lightning and lightning. It's just thunder and lightning here. Best of both worlds. Dani Dennis-Sutton, one of the best DNs in the country. Zane Durant, great pass rushing detail.
Yeah, he's a dog.
DeLuca, Rojas each had a pick. The playoff game against SMU. A lot to like about this team.
I like them. I do like them.
About this team.
These past 2 years, I will say Penn State is the most likable Penn State teams we've seen. Because Penn State last year, it's on record. Me and you were like, they're going to lose this week. They're going to lose this week. When we would pull up who's undefeated left, it would be Army, Navy, and Penn State every week. And every time they survive.
They're going to be good this year. They might be able to win it all.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm skeptical about.
I wouldn't doubt it. I also wouldn't doubt Drew Allar like throwing a pick in a big time game. We do have them losing the head to head to Ohio State. That's the reason why we don't have them winning the conference here. Do you think that game is a coin flip, or is it just too much talent around? What do you think?
If they're going to beat them, it's the year, right? This is the best Penn State roster on paper. They brought in 3 transfer receivers who will go over in a minute.
Let's do it.
Trebor Pena, Devontae Ross, and Kaytron Hudson. All 3 of them are pretty good. They're all different. Trebor Pena's a little slack guy. Devontae Ross is really fast. And Kaytron Hudson's big, physical. So 3 different guys that complement each other. Let's just see how Drew Allar does with the new tight end, though, man.
Big time.
It's hard to do.
Tyler Warren, big
Best
guy.
tight end year I've seen since Kyle Pitts.
I agree. I totally agree, bro. Maybe
since him,
bro, I think
might have been better.
Might have been better. I think it was better.
Better, even I'll say that. But it was close. I gotta look at the numbers.
Kyle Pitts
dominated.
I mean, Kyle Pitts is good, but bro, some of the plays Tyler Warren did, especially when you know what's happening with Florida, you're like, all right, it might go to this guy, this guy, this guy.
Tony.
There was a lot of times where like it's going Tyler Warren. You know it was, and he would make a play no matter what. So Trebor Pena, like you mentioned, is a stud, and we got him number 1 here for a reason. Wide receiver coming from Syracuse. If you've seen him, if you remember, back right when the transfer portal kind of opened, he was the guy who made headlines, who demanded more money. Coach Fran said, he just wasn't worth it to him. Said he was really good, but he found a new home with Penn State, and they're really happy to have him because they haven't had a guy this skilled at wide receiver in a little bit as well.
Yeah, I guess they even had a guy drafted. Well, they had a guy drafted, KJ Hamler, but
Oh yeah, he's all right.
Jahan Dotson too. But Jahan Dotson was good.
Now that's
But
what I'm
it
saying.
wasn't with Aller hasn't had a guy like that.
And obviously they're going to be missing the number 1 pick overall in the draft. Abdul Carter.
Number 3 pick. Right?
Sorry, number 3 pick.
But
Yeah,
still,
who he was the consensus number 1 for so long, and it was just like, all right, de facto, kind of like with Will Anderson.
we got a steal.
And then
bro.
all of a sudden it shook up, and people are just being. I don't want to go on a Shadur rant, but man, people are just. I feel like opening up, and I think Shadur maybe shouldn't have been one. I think Cam Moore did get drafted appropriately, but they're going to be missing Abdul Carter this year. And who's some other guys you think key departures they're going to be missing?
Well, besides, like I said, Warren's the biggest one, of course. Who else got drafted off this team? I mean, they got a lot coming back, man.
That's why people got a lot
I
of
really
people.
don't think they had that many picks.
Some
I'm trying to
people
think of the Senior Bowl. They had nobody there.
Some people have them literally going undefeated
They
all
had
the
nobody in
way.
Senior Bowl, did they?
No,
That's what I'm saying. They didn't have that many guys drafted last year. They're all coming back.
damn. And then they had 2 tight ends, right? Don't they have 2 tight ends right now?
Khalil Dinkins and Luke Reynolds.
Yeah, and they're supposed to be both
They're supposed to be both
good.
Not gonna be Tyler Warren good, right? I mean, or Brenton Strange good,
No.
or Theo Johnson good. Maybe.
Oh, Theo Johnson. Yeah, Theo Johnson.
They had 3 great tight ends in a row, so it's up to one of them to keep producing.
Theo Johnson was a dog. Another team here that not dogs, they're Ducks, is the Oregon Ducks here. Let's get into them. They're going to be replacing their quarterback here. Dylan Gabriel's gone. He is in the Browns organization in that mess of a quarterback room. You think they've had probably like get new chairs for their quarterback room? Like we had some new chairs in here. We got like 8 quarterbacks.
I like their backup a lot too. Austin Novastad, by the way.
Hey, I like this Oregon team. We just watched a video on Oregon before this.
They're always got a good roster.
They do. We have a Louisville native from our hometown as their offensive coordinator, Will Stein. A lot of people are tapping him as a guy that's going to get a head coaching job here soon. So we got Dante Moore, DeCorian Moore. I don't think they're related, and people just think these guys are absolute dogs, and they think that because that's true. These guys. Dante Moore, maybe a little bit more question, but DeCorian Moore, I've seen him make some crazy plays.
Dante Moore still, got to prove it.
Yeah, he's got to prove it. They all do.
I mean, Moore does too.
Yeah, DeCorian Moore being a freshman, we get that. But a guy who has proved it is Apani Lalualu, center, who I have as the best center in the draft. We have Gary Bryant Jr. at wide receiver.
He's got to produce this year because they need a receiver after Evan Stewart went down, man. That's a huge loss.
You can have a good quarterback, but you need guys that's going to catch the ball. You need guys that's going to block. I think they're going to have that. But like you said, they need weapons and big across the nation with all the transfer portal guys coming back. It's a big prove it year for so many people, literally like hundreds of people. We got Noah Whittington running back here, Bryce here, Bowditcher.
Yeah, he's really good.
I like him, and then I like Mateo.
A lot on the video, and then Mateo, their front seven's great.
I like
Bear Alexander coming in.
Bear Alexander. Yeah, let's get into
their
that.
Their transfers are great too. Mekhi Hughes, the best back in the country, maybe this year.
Their transfers was more, quality over quantity. They don't have as much as a lot of these guys, but like you said, Bear Alexander from USC defensive line, Isaiah World,
Isaiah Pregnon, Malik Benson.
Pregnon is a guy who I was beating myself up because I don't think we brought him up in the O-line.
Really?
In the O-line cast the other night. I was beating myself up, bro, because he's a dog. So I had to put him here on top. Isaiah World, some people think he's going to be a first-round tackle.
Yeah.
I'm on the fringe. I think possibly early second. But we've seen our guy, Josh Connerly, who was a former Oregon Duck. He went 26th pick this year. So if he can do it as well, I think Isaiah World can do it as well. And them run it back as first-round offensive lineman there at Oregon. Mekhi Hughes from Tulane. Malik Benson from Florida State, I like him.
He was supposed to be good last year at Florida State, but nobody was. So.
I know. And then we had Florida State getting like 3 or 4 more wins, but some people think they're going to do a more than a 180 and get like 6, 7 wins, 8 wins, and I'm like,
I think we got 6 and 6, but I just hate them, so I can't have them winning more.
Some people have them winning more, and I don't see how they can. But
they won't beat us this year, so I don't care about. They can win every other game, actually.
And
ruin their season.
I can't wait to go over that next here with the SEC. But we got Jaden Kennedy from Ole Miss, Jamari Johnson from Louisville. Louisville is highly touted, but they did lose a lot of talent. People aren't talking about that. They did lose a lot of talent in the transfer portal
every year,
and they're good guys too. Shout out to their scouting, but hey, they need to. I think we're going to be seeing soon P4 programs. I think they're going to have retention guys. There's going to be a recruiter. There's going to be a retention guy.
I like that.
I really do think there's going to be a retention guy who's just keep these guys on campus because Louisville may need one because they had so many guys leave and show out other places. A guy that's left Purdue, Dylan Thieneman, he's probably top 3, top 5 from Purdue. The transfers, maybe the top 1.
He's number 1.
He's number 1.
He's probably the best safety in the country.
I think he's number 1 from Purdue. But I'm telling you guys, we're going to be looking at on their draft this next year, and he's going to say he came from Purdue 2 years ago. Because they had a lot of talent leave their team. It was kind of really surprising. I'm like, God, they had a lot of guys on their team. How did it not translate?
And Texas got a guy coming in. He's got to start for them too.
Dude, I'm telling you, out of all these teams we went through, we're literally covering every single team.
That's just how bad their coach was.
We are not even to the SEC yet. And I'm telling you, there's probably, I'd say at least 11 starters. 11 starters.
So their coach just sucked, huh?
Yeah, it did.
Because they got starters going everywhere. Yeah.
They probably have 11 starters, then probably have another 11 to 12 that's going to be second string at P4 places. So that's crazy because you see a lot of guys transfer down. A lot of these guys transferred pretty much up because, I know Purdue's in the Big Ten, but a lot of these guys transferred to better schools within those P4 conferences. Next team we want to get into is a really big question mark. Looks like they're going to be starting Bryce Underwood, freshman quarterback, biggest earner in NIL according to everyone, according to our knowledge. We got them going 9-3, coming off an 8-5 record of last year, including bowls. Give me some rundowns of a couple of these guys. We got TJ Guy, defensive end. We got Rashawn Benny, defensive tackle.
Yeah, Rashawn.
A couple of these other guys. Do you like any of them?
Their defense is obviously loaded. Their offense returns nobody that had any yards last year.
I know. Scary.
So that's the thing. But their defense is loaded like always. It seems like every year, man, they get 7 or 8 guys drafted from defense.
They do. Mason Graham last year.
Yeah. Like all these guys are going to get drafted too.
Yeah, I like them. And then we got Ernest Hausman, Jay-Sean Barham, Derek Moore, defensive end. All those guys, all pretty much defensive guys. Oh, yeah. Not one offensive guy, like you said.
No, that's all portal. And Underwood, we'll see if he starts. We'll see if Underwood starts.
I think he is going to start. No, he's going to start, bro.
He should.
Paying like $6 million. I think he is going to start.
TJ Guy and Derek Moore, though, one of the best DN combos in the country.
I like it.
Good linebacking core, good secondary. Their defense, it's going to be hard to score on them out, like always.
Do you think probably won't have a better defense than last year, right?
It'd probably be just as good. They're always top 10, right?
Always top 10. Let's get into their transfers. Like you said, they're going to have some guys making some plays on the offensive end.
Yeah.
Let's get into it here. Trey Williams from Clemson on the D-line, still getting some defensive help. But let's go ahead and look at some offensive guys. We got Justice Haynes from Alabama. We got wide receiver Donovan's
supposed to be Donovan.
From Indiana.
He's pretty good.
Okay, we got Lawrence Hattar from Fair State. I will say, out of all the FCS schools, Fair State's probably top 5 of sending guys this year. A lot of guys they sent.
Yeah, Ferris. Shout out Ferris.
Shout out Fair State. Troy Bowles here from Georgia. TJ Metcalf from Arkansas. Mikey Keene from Fresno State, quarterback. Me and you was talking about him and kind of sparked the discussion about it was probably just the best life. He's probably living a great life, being more than likely to back up and at a big-time program. And he's still got some clock at a littler program. So,
he was good there. Central Florida transfer originally.
And then he kind of reminds me of E.J. Warner. Just a little bit. I don't know why. He just does. But
because E.J. Warner went to Fresno State.
Yeah. And I think he just got named starter, this year. So
he is. Shout out Kurt Warner.
Shout out.
Hey, really?
Yeah.
I heard Warner hater.
Nah, I'm a realist. I don't think
he went to 3
good.
Super Bowls.
That's cool. I don't know. He has a great team around him. I think he's more of a system guy than a hero. I think people make him out more of a hero than he is a system guy.
The Cardinals team wasn't that good.
It was okay. It was pretty good.
They had Fitz and Bolden. That's it.
Dogs.
That's it though.
Dogs. And
but anyways, just because defense is gonna carry the team again, but Underwood's gonna make the offense a little better. That's why they're gonna go 9-3. They're gonna bounce back.
9-3. And do you think they beat Ohio State? Obviously, let's go ahead and
we don't.
We don't have them beating Ohio State. Let's get into the losses here as we're getting into the teams that actually have
Oklahoma, USC, and Ohio State.
Okay. Oklahoma, USC, and
So
Ohio
it's a good
State.
schedule this year. They missed Penn State and Oregon.
So we have USC beating Michigan and still having 8 wins, but still finishing below them. So we'll get into that, and I'm really excited because, it all makes sense. We did map out every single game. All right, next team, let's get into it, Dalton. A team, like you said, we've lost their shine a little bit. We got the Indiana Hoosiers sitting there at 9-3, coming off the 11-2 year. We got Elijah Surratt, D'Angelo Pons, which I will give him his flowers right now, my credit, my love. D'Angelo Pons is one of my favorite cornerbacks, probably my favorite cornerback coming out right now.
Really?
Looking into next year's draft, yes.
He's
Electric.
Out 2.0. He's just not big enough to be corner one in the draft. He's going to be a good NFL player, but
maybe
he's just a certain niche for him. He's a nickel back only. He's not going to be an outside guy. So, in my opinion,
but bro, every team that I feel like he's
like 5'8".
There's a bunch of people trying these nickel stuff, and I think
for sure.
he's going to be perfect for it.
I'm just saying, first number one corner.
No,
Maybe in college, but not in the draft.
No. He's just my favorite.
Oh, your favorite? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. He probably won't be number one off the board, but he's my favorite.
He's awesome.
My favorite safety is Catalan.
Their defense is good, man. Aiden Fisher is a dog at linebacker, and Mikel Kamara coming back. He could have left for the draft. He decided to come back for another year, so that's huge.
I've read some things about him, and then Kalen Black there at running back.
Surratt's gonna have a big year too, probably.
Surratt, what do you? I'm skeptical, but I'm not. But I'm.
Big year last year.
I'm not skeptical.
Big on Mendoza.
That's what I'm saying. The yards he gets are going to be more the credit of the Mendoza as opposed to Surratt just being a great receiver.
Yeah, big on Surratt. I think he's 6'5", 6'4", 215.
I think he's about 6'4", and then he's going to have a lot of help coming in with him. Like you said, Fernando Mendoza is going to be the guy giving him the ball coming from Cal.
Number 4 overall ranked transfer.
And I think, man, he's a dog. We got.
He did good last year.
He does everything.
Okay, Miami.
So he does. What does Klubnik do that he doesn't do?
Mobile.
Not that much more.
Oh, he ran for like 70-yard touchdown last year.
I know, but that's just because
I know, but that's
a
good run.
I know, but that's because Dabo Swinney refuses to run any smash mouth football.
They had Phil Maffa last year. They gave him the ball.
I know, but it wasn't smash mouth. He runs a spread. So it's like if I swear, if you put Mendoza and Clemson, he'd have very similar stats.
I like Roman Hemby here.
We like Roman, and we have
back from Maryland,
Ryland Gandy from Pitt at corner, and then Holden States from Tennessee at tight end. Any of these other guys down the list that you're looking at that might show up here big for the Hoosiers?
I think Tyler Morris might be able to do something. He has talent there. Michigan just never got the ball because they couldn't throw.
Yeah.
And then Holden, I haven't seen too much out of him at Tennessee. He was always battling with Kitzelman to get on the field, but he never could beat him out. So Kitzelman's not nothing to write home about either there. So we'll see if he can improve this year. But I just don't like their coach, man. But I hope they do good. Pat Coogan is a big one.
Pat Coogan,
supposed to be a dog.
Yeah, he is. And then their offensive line is supposed to be a little better. Now, obviously, they're going to be losing Kadick. Shout out Kadick. But losing a bunch of guys as well, man. I don't know. Like I said, I think they're going to be better at the quarterback position. But at the offensive line, it's remained to be seen. Like a lot of these teams, because the list gets longer and longer with transfers. We literally have so many we couldn't even fit on the list on the page for pretty much every school.
A lot of them are backups for the top 7 or 8 schools, though.
Yeah.
Except Oregon, they just got every transfer they got was just good.
And that's mostly across the nation, man. But it's like, if it just depends what coach. I think a lot of these coaches. I think the coaches are gambling, honestly, bro. They're gambles.
There's not as many transfers as the other conferences.
They
develop players. They keep them more. Less guys hit the portal in the SEC because there's more money.
Yeah,
they ain't got to run and get more money. You ain't getting more money.
They don't, and SEC is just a constant SEC is constant where it's pretty much always across the board juniors and seniors starting. So it's always a high turnover. So where if you're a second string, it's like you just gotta wait till next year.
You gotta wait.
You just go. And at most places, would you rather wait till next year and be you're guaranteed starting next year on a great team, or still have to fight at a different team?
Right.
So I want to get into the next team because we have them losing 3 games here. Let me get this pulled up. I just dropped it once again. But 3 losses here. Let's go over the losses. We have them at Iowa, Oregon, and Penn State.
Yeah.
I think this Iowa's going to be a game. That's the one where I was kind of skeptical
I
on.
mean, at Iowa though, Iowa's gonna get upset every year almost.
Yeah,
And,
they
and Allen got a good quarterback.
exactly. And then they're kind of this is probably the most deadly Iowa's been through the air in recent memory.
It
Should be on paper. Supposed to be.
Yeah.
So
Since probably that guy that's in the league, man, CJ Beathard.
oh, CJ
Gotta be
Beathard,
since CJ
big old
Beathard.
quarterback.
This is the best quarterback on paper, talent wise, than CJ Beathard.
Yeah, CJ Beathard was a big
This
old
guy dominated
big
at
old
FCS
pocket
level.
guy.
I mean, no South Dakota State. It's good.
He always reminded me of Curtis Painter.
They ain't like he's coming from Savannah State. South Dakota State's dogs. North Dakota State, South Dakota State.
It's true.
He's probably good.
That's true.
I like Gronowski, man. I'm excited to watch Iowa this year.
I'm excited to watch them in the
I think
team.
if any team in this conference is going to jump from the below like 8 wins to 10, it's going to be Iowa. If they're, they do that some years, man.
I know.
They made the playoff almost at like the first or second year.
And they're going to be replacing Caleb Johnson there, running back,
Sure.
who's a dog. He went to the Steelers. His jersey's going to look very similar, but we'll see what they do. They always do a great job of replacing their offensive line. Their offensive line is stout,
It's going to be good.
and we'll get into them in a minute.
Yeah.
But a team that you're high on here, going 8-4, is the Illini. They're of Illinois. Give me your thoughts here. You love Luke Altmaier. I am not as high on him, but I am overall getting warmer up to him. I do like him. Gabe Jackus is another guy. That's a guy that's going to be looking out for it.
He's
And
the best pass rusher in the Big Ten, probably.
I believe so too. I think Matthew Bailey, Miles Scott, and Xavier Scott looks like they're going to be some guys that maybe possibly watch out for as well.
Oh yeah.
And then,
3 NFL guys. I say.
who do you think is going to have the most DBs out of conference this year? Because we've seen some guys in our draft chat, guys that have some crazy numbers of safeties and corners going in the first 3 rounds, and just overall. Out of DBs, we're seeing Ohio State produce a lot. Obviously, you just said 3 of these guys here, DBs, are looking. They're going to be playing in the league next year. Is the Big Ten or the SEC going to have more DBs drafted?
I mean, every year it's SEC pretty much if you look at it. So I'm just gonna go with the SEC. It's especially now Texas added in. They got Michael Taffy.
I like him.
One of the best safeties in the
I like
country.
him.
He's definitely gonna get drafted. So they're gonna have one. Bama's got Damani Jackson, Bray Hubbard, Keon Sabb. They got 3 guys getting drafted. So it's just Florida got Devin Moore is gonna he'll fit their 6th round.
And it's
So,
just the more the merrier
it
because
adds up.
we're seeing an influx because so many DBs are getting drafted every year.
Yeah, because they're passing more every year, going more spread. You got 5 DBs on the field, sometimes 6.
And injuries, like I feel like DBs go down a lot too. So it's like it's pretty crazy. But
You've seen 3-2 defense now.
yeah,
There's 6 DBs on the field, so you gotta have DBs.
yeah,
I mean, a 3rd and long, I think it's smart.
it is.
It's just smart football.
But the reason that the Chiefs didn't win the Super Bowl is because he had guys in his face.
Because their line sucked.
Was
Yeah,
because
Josh Simmons is a dog at left tackle, supposedly.
well, yeah,
First preseason game, he was balling.
yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with him and how this shakes out. But okay,
no, Illinois gonna be good. It's up to the receivers to step up here. Justin Bowick from Ball State and Hudson Clement, big time transfer coming from West Virginia.
okay,
The number 1 receiver last year. Altmaier is gonna need a guy to replace Pat Bryant. Broncos draftee, Pro Bowl, Senior Bowl guy.
yep.
Saw him there. He made some big catches. Pat Bryant had a big catch in the game. I remember at the Senior Bowl. But,
Yes, he did.
It's gonna be hard to replace him.
He did.
Yeah,
I think
that deep ball.
I think that was from Jackson Dart too.
Probably.
It was from Jackson Dart or
Jackson
from
Dart.
Seth Hennigan.
One of the 2.
'Cause I remember.
2 best ones.
I remember. I think because Jackson Dart ran it in on the second drive, and I think it was that drive that got him down to the red zone. Pat Bryant. So yeah, I like that. They have some guys here. If you look on the transfer list, Eli Conan from Bemidji State. So I was looking at that. Never seen a guy transfer from there this year. You brought up Hudson Clement there from West Virginia. He's a dog.
Lead receiver at West Virginia last year, so I think I need him to produce close to 1,000 yards probably to replace Pat and Zachary Franklin.
I agree. And then they're gonna have some guys that they not a lot of household names, but a couple of guys here that are brothers. I think, yeah. The Idaho here, Aiden Knappich and Nathan Knappich, their offensive line. They're like the one of like 3 or 4 sets of brothers that transferred over within the Big Ten this
Ethan
year.
Hampton is a good depth piece too. Quarterback beat Notre Dame last year. If Almar gets hurt, he can maybe win you a game in a pinch.
Isn't that
John
weird,
Paddock
though?
Last year, John Paddock. I don't remember him.
Yeah, I know.
The backup.
Yeah.
Fire backup.
And that's another great example with Ethan Hampton, how me and you were talking about with backup quarterbacks. Just like you didn't want to go and try and start anywhere, like
He could have probably stayed there, but
he wanted to go back up, huh?
Yeah,
It's
he stayed at
weird.
Home State too. Maybe I don't know.
He's
Every player's different.
he transferred in state to go ride the bench. I don't get that.
That's weird, but
It's not like
Illinois. Bellamore's got him going in the right direction.
I like Brett Bielema. I think he's a guy was a great hire. He's really showing that this is a good opportunity for him and pretty much the school for him. I don't see him leaving there anytime soon. But let's go ahead and get into the next team here as we ripping through our few teams that we have going 8-4. We have the USC Trojans here. Big year for the Trojans. Jaden Maeva, who's going to be taking over for Miller Moss, who transferred to Louisville. Big year here. I think a lot of people are high on Maeva. I think me and Dalton are kind of in between, kind of like, I don't know what the hype is, and maybe it was just kind of a scapegoat situation where Miller Moss just to kind of get him out there. But we got them losing to Illinois, who we just went over. That's why we got them higher. And we got them losing to Notre Dame, Iowa, and Oregon. Give me your thoughts here on you got Eric Gentry, who's not related to you, at linebacker. Any of these other guys besides Mekhi Lemon that's going to show out as well?
Oh, Corey Ramsey, man. There's a lot of good safeties this year. Some of the best safety classes.
It's crazy.
Ever. Probably.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Into the year,
Big Ten, bro. They're producing.
Got a good one, right? I'm excited about him. Lake McCree. Let's see if he can take the next step. Let's see Jaden. I think Jaden can have a good year here. I'm expecting him to have a big year statistically.
They're saying he's
because Lincoln Riley's system. He hasn't had Miller Moss. I like him, but he wasn't a Heisman Trophy kind of guy. This guy, if the receivers play good, I could see a dark horse.
Okay.
Just because he plays for Lincoln Riley.
Hot take.
Not because it's Jaden Maeva.
That's a hot take. Because but some people are saying Some people are saying Jade Maeva is like really mobile.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's a big dude.
That's the thing. He's
so
big,
yeah, imagine
he could be a beast.
He's like Dak Prescott, but can run.
He was good at it.
So and we got them coming off a 7-6 record last year. We got them going 8-4. They are improving there. 7-6, including the bowl from last year.
I was skeptical about 8-4, by the way. You pushed me to that.
Okay, hey,
I just don't.
I'm not mad at you being I'm not mad at you being skeptical about it because I'm skeptical too. But just the dogs that they got, bro. I just think that they have Rob Ryan there on defense now, coaching them in linebackers. I think he's going to bring an NFL attitude there, a rah-rah sense here that I don't think any coaches on their staff had before. And then they're bringing in a bunch of new guys here. So they got Keyshawn Silver, defensive lineman from Kentucky.
Yeah, he's good.
Jamal Jarrett from Georgia, another defensive lineman. Then we got offensive lineman DJ Wingfield, another guy from Purdue. I mean, that you're going to see on top transfer list. We can't, like I said, can't fit all these guys on here. So you're seeing guys from Purdue on the tip top of these bigger programs, better programs. We got Reed here, Gian Reed from Syracuse, DJ Harvey from San Jose State, Tamir Robinson from Penn State. He's supposed to be a dog. Then we got Bishop Fitzgerald, safety from NC State. On this back half here, Dalton, we got obviously a big name here, Kennedy Urlacher, son of Urlacher there, longtime Chicago. Now, I am a Green Bay Packers fan. I don't want to give Urlacher too much credit, but I will say he was an absolute dog. Yeah. Brian Urlacher, bro, anytime you had to mess with Brian Urlacher every week, man, I mean.
Zach Thomas, man.
And he came over from DB from college, which I really like. But any of these guys on this back half that may be showing out that's just transferring in?
Yeah, Sanders could end up taking the starting job and going with it.
Okay. From New Mexico.
Right now.
And then at the bottom, we have Kevin Longstreet, who's brother of Hussein Longstreet, freshman quarterback. Nobody's talking about Longstreet. People are only talking about, like, they're skipping a year. They're talking about Maeva now. They're talking about Jonas Williams next year. And it's kind of confusing. So this whole offseason, I'm like, okay, they don't know something that I don't know? Is Longstreet going to transfer? Then I look at the transfer list. His brother just came to the school, so I don't see him transfer anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard his name either, man.
It's weird. It's as if he's like not there, but I looked on his social. He's there. Freshman quarterback, highly touted there at USC. If Maeva doesn't work out as people think, don't be surprised if they throw Longstreet in there and try to go yard a couple times, throw a long down the street with him. All right, so let's go into the next team, Dalton. They're rounding out, I think, our 8-4 predictions here is Nebraska. It's big year 3 for Matt Rule and Lincoln. Do you agree with it's not maybe do or die, or what's the situation you think for Nebraska? What would you expect if you're a Nebraska fan?
They expect a lot, don't they? But they haven't been good in so long.
I know that's why it's confusing.
Yeah, it is. I don't know any Nebraska fans either, so I can't.
That's what I'm saying. But if you were in the situation where you got Matt Rule and you have this guy Dylan Raiola who's cosplaying, Mahomes, what would you think? Like, is it do or die? Do we need 8-4 wins? Is this an 8-win team that has to happen, or would you accept something lower if you were a fan?
I mean, next year's the real year, right? Raiola's a junior.
I guess
That's when you go all in.
it's year 3 for him though. So I think like it's really a bigger. I think it's almost do or die for Matt Rule.
The 8-4 is solid.
I mean, it's like, bro, you've had 2 full years of transfer portal. It's like you haven't had too many crazy big names. I think it's just it is a process. You can't do this stuff overnight, but with the resources now, it's like, all right, like we need to see something to build on, and I think this is the year we have to see something like that's a worker. We have to see something that has potential. 7-6 last year is 8-4 a do or die. I think they do have to get 8 wins for Matt Rule not to be at least on the hot seat going into next year. But let's go ahead and get to their transfers, Dalton. I want to get some thoughts on some guys that are coming in here for the Huskers that might, save the reputation and really save just the attitude around the program.
The top 2 are huge.
Huge. Dang key.
Pretty much make or break guys for the season. Then Williams Wannery was a 5-star recruit, consensus top 5. Last year went to Missouri, he transferred after 1 year. So Deshaun McCullough had a great career. And Isaiah Hunter was a good year at Cal last year. It's a good class, honestly. I like this class he put together.
I know it's the best one he's had, so that's where it's like, okay, this could be something here where it's like, all right, he's kind of getting through to the young guys. It's hard to get those first group of guys to kind of break through and kind of build the foundation he wants to build. And Isaiah Hunter, like you said, from Cal, Andrew Marshall from Idaho, Hardly Gilmore from Kentucky. I do like Matt Rule's situation, how he does keep walk-on still. And
another Purdue guy.
Yeah, another Purdue guy as well here, Marcos Davila, who's going to be backing up there at quarterback. Any other guys here at the bottom that I'm missing? Maybe a Justin Red or anybody else?
I haven't heard of many of these guys, but it doesn't mean they're making a big impact. Maybe they just need to change the scenery. But I think this team's going to have a good defense this year. It's overall it's going to be 8-4. Raiola's going to have a solid year, not fantastic.
I agree.
And they're going to have a just solid year, not fantastic overall as a program.
I agree. I think the 8 wins is obtainable, but I would not be surprised with the 7 wins. But let's get into our last team here that we have the 8-4 prediction on is Minnesota. Now, as for the 4 losses here, we have for Minnesota, we have them losing to Ohio State, Iowa, Oregon, and then we have Nebraska or Cal. I think they're going to drop one of those as their 4th. But give me your thoughts here on their key players and what you're looking out for the Gophers coming off the 8-5 season last year.
They have 2 really big impact players. Darius Taylor, Coy Parrish is one of the best safeties in the nation. He's awesome. If anybody hasn't seen him, go watch his film. He's great. Brockington's explosive. Devin Eastern's great D tackle. They're always good, like sneaky good.
Just good,
not great.
No,
yeah, they're always
agree.
Good under Fleck, man.
Fleck,
freshman quarterback though, big. How good is he gonna be? Redshirt freshman. He was there last year, so that helps.
Yeah.
Jake Lindsey. That's a lot of it on his shoulders when you got a new quarterback.
It is true. Let's go ahead and get to the transfers.
Did good last year.
I agree. Now, my thoughts on Fleck. He loses me in the offseason. He wins me over in the season. That's how it is with him. I'm like, all right, I don't know what it is, but he did bring in some talent here. Out of this, AJ Turner from Marshall is going to be the running back. Stephen Curtis from Illinois State, defensive ends, looking to bump up from FCS. Any of these other guys that you're showing on the transfer list that is going to be playmakers?
I like Javon Tracy a lot from Miami of Ohio. He had a big year last year, and another Purdue guy.
2.
Drew Biber was good. He's a good backup tight end last year for Klare. I think he could start though somewhere, and I think he'll start here, and he'll have a pretty good year too. And then I'm a big Logan Loya guy.
Okay.
Big Logan Loya fan.
And he's from UCLA, wide receiver. We'll see what he does. Like you said, this is a likable team, I would say. You really look into it, like, all right, these guys are just like, you're just not surprised if they make plays.
They have the underrated best helmet game in the country.
Oh, my God, yes.
Most
they do.
slept-on helmet game in the country.
Yeah, they do.
Probably 20 helmets.
Yeah, around there.
I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating either. If you have the college ball game, go look on there.
Yeah, they do. They do. I was really tempted to put the Gopher logo, just the head on here for it, and I was like, all right, I just already had this one on file. I was like, I'm not going back, but I kind of wish I would have used it because, like you said, some of the best in the game up there with WKU, in my opinion.
Yeah, and they really are. They really are. I love their helmets. You get the more choices, the better. Especially when they're pretty cool. They're all different. They got a great logo to use too. Not the M, but the other one's fine.
Yeah. So let's see what the Gophers do. I think they're kind of winning me over. I don't see them maybe getting a 9th win, but I think I'm going to grow more confident in that 8th win prediction for them, honestly. So, all right, let's get into the next team here, Washington. Washington's a team a lot of people are looking at that's going to have a question mark of a year coming off of 6-7 last year. DeMond Williams is a really big playmaker there, quarterback. You like him.
Bowl game he had.
Yeah, you like him. I like him. Most people do like him. I think he's going to be carrying this team at times. They got Denzel Boston there returning as well.
David Boston's son.
Who?
Do you remember David Boston?
No. Who?
NFL wide receiver.
Really?
Who
did he play for?
The Cardinals.
Really?
Really good.
What around? Like, what was the quarterback?
Ooh. It was old.
Oh my God.
He was good, man. And Denzel might be my favorite receiver in this class.
Ooh.
You haven't heard about him yet? That's crazy.
No, but it's okay. You're saying Denzel Boston. You like him. You like him among the ranks of Jordan Tyson. Ooh.
Jordan Tyson can't shot in the field, bro.
Okay.
Jonah Coleman's fire too.
Okay.
One of my favorite backs of the nation. So
and then
I love the big 3: quarterback, running back, receiver trifecta here.
Yeah, and then obviously they have for a long time always had good Usos there at linebacker, at off O-line there, at D-line. I mean, they've always had playmakers. They've just had a kind of lacked, they've had speed with Ross in the past, some guys like that, but they just need some more just all-around playmakers. Let's see if they got some here in the transfer portal. Tacario Davis is a guy you're high on.
I love their Ephesians Price Talk and Tacario Davis at its corner. I love both of their great names and great duo. It's going to be hard to throw on these outside receivers, man.
Yeah, it is. And then a lot of these guys, too, are just real likable overall, and they've put good tape from their last schools, or, they were just kind of big recruits coming out of high school. Carver Willis from Kansas State, their O-line, they're making them stronger up front. Wide receiver there, Omari Evans, then coming from Penn State, another guy that Penn State lost this year. That's where I'm kind of skeptical. Penn State lost a lot of talent.
Well, Amari didn't produce there, though.
But they gained
better players. Probably.
That's what I'm saying. They gained better players, but when your second string's good, it makes your first string better. A lot of these teams are going to be losing their depth, so we'll see what happens. But
Penn State still got Liam Clifford, though.
Who? Leland Clifford? Liam Clifford. Okay.
Sean Clifford's brother.
Oh.
He's a receiver. He's good depth there.
Sean Clifford, quarterback for the Packers. Dog.
He plays receiver at Penn State, and he's pretty good.
Yeah, well,
for a receiver.
And Sean Clifford played at Penn State as well, so runs in the family. Runs in the family.
A couple of their transfers. Jacob Manu, beast.
Okay.
You see a couple of these guys from Arizona. They all came over a year late. Jed Fish left Arizona. These guys thought, "Oh, tough it out." They figured out the grass is not always greener. It's not always greener. It's usually not this time.
No.
They decided to go with the Arizona. Doesn't look like they're gonna, do very good. I don't think Brett Brennan's got it going in the right direction. Hopefully he proves me wrong. But 3 guys coming over this year after like 20 last year. So that speaks good about the coach, man. I love Jed Fish. You know that Florida guy. So I hope Washington does better than 7-5. I could see him getting 8 wins maybe. So
we'll see
though. I like their transfer class. Samote Peppa's good, and then good QB depth here. Kyle Horton, good backup man.
Kyle Horton is a good backup. Now, as for those 5 losses we have right now, we have them losing to Ohio State, Michigan, Illinois, Wisconsin, and Oregon. The Wisconsin game could be the game that they get that 8th win. They don't shoot themselves in the foot. They show up ready to play.
I mean, I don't see why they couldn't beat Michigan too.
Yeah, I agree.
this year.
I agree. I agree. I mean, Washington is usually just such a tough team in the trenches, and you always got to bring your lunch with them. And it feels like sometimes they're always wrecking somebody's party, or they just leave a team battered and bruised going into the next big game.
I think they're going to score a lot of points a game this year.
Really? What do you think? An over under like
They're
over
gonna have-
over
they might have-
35,
They might have the
42,
they might have the
38
top scoring offense in the Big Ten
point wise.
per game.
What points are you thinking? Give me a number.
They'll probably average
40s.
Devon. What they
Huh.
put up on Louisville last
I'm
year.
ready to hear
They
this.
put up astronomical numbers on Louisville last year.
I'm ready to hear it.
So they'll probably average 31 a game.
It's not a lot. That's going to lead the Big Ten.
That's not a lot.
31. They're going to lead the Big Ten.
They'll be second, third.
Yeah. Okay.
They might average more than that. I was being a little conservative.
31. I mean,
Jamal Williams, bro, is fire.
31's not. Looking at it, 31's not a crazy low
Most
number.
slept-on quarterback in the country.
It's not as low number as I think initially.
They ain't- that's
31,
pretty good.
maybe like a 34. Get another field goal in there. I don't know.
I can see you have scored a lot. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
But I can see. I'm just saying, some games they won't score that much, like against Ohio State, Michigan. So it brings the average down.
Yeah.
The games against bad teams, they're gonna run it up.
Okay.
So it's gonna, that's what I'm thinking.
I like it. I think a lot of these teams are going to be surprising. Another team that we're kind of high on here, not really high on, but a team that we have, maybe making some waves here, just as some prizes overall, is Iowa. So Iowa Hawkeyes, we do have them going 7-5. We have some key players here coming back. They've lost a lot, but they have a straight dogs there up front. We got Logan Jones, going to be playing the NFL next year there at center. Gennings Dunker there, guard. Some people hate him, some people love him at offensive line. I like him. I like him. He's definitely like thumbs up for me. But I'm definitely not low on him like some people are. Kamari Moulton there at running back. Wide receiver Jacob Gill. Wide receiver Reese Vanderzee. He's a playmaker. He's coming back for him. Then we got Aaron Graves, defensive tackle. Then two ends here, Ethan Hurkett and then Max Llewellyn. Max Llewellyn's a guy that's getting a lot of hype as well in the draft circle, draft talks. So what do you think about Iowa this year? Coming off 8-5 this year. They can get that, obviously that 8th win there and replicate that through the bowl game. But what do you think about the Hawkeyes here, Dalton?
Steady. That's what they are. Program, same thing every year. Kirk Ferentz, run it back. Let's not hit the portal hard. Get a couple guys. It's like Clemson little brother.
Ooh,
Essentially the way they operate.
kinda, yeah. I like their line more on a consistent basis, but
yeah, their line's better for sure.
Iowa,
I like
actually,
their
it's actually that's actually a hot take. Iowa plays smash mouth. We're going to smack you in the face football. Clemson has never done that ever.
the way they're on the program.
I like okay,
Not on field.
but style of play, bro. Like and you know what? When I think of Clemson, I do think of that for some reason. I think they are a smash mouth program just because of their identity, and just like you said, the past and just the things that you assume. Them being down south, them just winning a lot. I mean, if you, I know, bro, but I don't know why I put them just in my mind as them a smash mouth team, but that's why I don't like Dabo. That's why I can't get on the Dabo train of him winning it all this year. He never, ever just wins smash mouth football. It ever plays it. At least Ohio State at least did it last year.
They won some low scoring games in the past. They beat Notre Dame in a dogfight a couple times.
Well, yeah.
But we'll see.
Low scoring is not low scoring. Going 3 and out is not. I'm talking running power, running inside. We're straight running zone, just straight all day. You can't stop it. 4 or 5 yards of carry. Might run a low play action. That's not Dabo. Dabo's a low key, like spread offense. He doesn't run anything really that much north and south. And I don't know why it bothers me so much, but Iowa's not a team like that. Iowa will smack you in the mouth. They got guys that are going to do that. And they got guys coming in here that's going to really help them do that as well. Any transfers here that you're showing on the list that are going to, help them kind of keep that brand?
Quarterback, man. It's all on Gronowski. He's supposed to be the best one in a long time.
Now, is it? I didn't check. Is this Brad Gronowski's kid? Wasn't there a Gronowski quarterback back then?
I'm thinking of I know who you're thinking of. What's that his name though? It's close to Gronowski.
Okay, and then so a couple of these other guys, we got Ty Hudkins from
Bruce
Purdue.
Gradkowski.
Huh?
You're thinking of Bruce Gradkowski.
Yeah, Gradkowski. That's what I'm thinking of. And he played for the Eagles, right?
That was gonna kill me if I didn't think of it. I had to think
Yeah.
of it. Oh yeah, Bruce Gradkowski. He played for a couple of teams. He was a backup. But yeah, Gronowski's supposed to be really good. He ran the South Dakota State offense well. He's mobile. They had a mobile quarterback ever, I don't think.
No,
So
ever.
it's gonna be interesting to watch this team this year. If their defense plays as good as they normally do, this team could be sneaky good, man.
I like him. And then we got Jonah Pace here coming from Central Michigan at defensive line. We got offensive line there. We got Bryce George there coming from Ferris State. Like I said, Ferris State's put a lot of guys here up at the next level this year. Ty Hudkins from Purdue, another Purdue guy. I mean, add him to the list. Like I said, another South Dakota here. South Dakota State and South Dakota guys coming in. They're great brand of football pretty much all around the Dakotas. Shahad Barrows there at corner. Hank Brown's going to be backing up there more than likely, coming from Auburn, and Sam Phillips from Chattanooga. So we haven't maybe kind of harped on him for a little bit here. Like we talk about here, 7-5. They could possibly get that 8th win, before the bowl season, but we'll
They could
see.
beat Nebraska, yeah, that's a toss up, right? So they
Yeah.
go even forward.
Yeah, I think so. Nebraska is just, I'm so 50-50 on them, man. I haven't seen them put it together under Rule yet on a consistent basis, and I don't know, man. We'll see if it happens this year. Another team here that a little skeptical on is Rutgers. We got them going 6-6. I think this is our only team we have going 6-6. So about their losses, let's go over their losses here, Dalton. We got Minnesota, Washington, Oregon, Illinois, Maryland.
Maryland ain't supposed to be on there, right? Yeah.
No, Maryland's not.
7, yeah.
Yeah, and Ohio State and Penn State.
Yeah.
So we switched that. We switched that.
Minnesota, Washington, Oregon, Illinois, Ohio State, Penn State.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Maryland, I don't think. That's why they get the bowl eligible to beat Maryland. Really easy non-conference Kool-Aid here again, like we said. So then we got to win 3 conference games to get bowl eligible. Let's got to go 3-6, man. So I think that's they can do that.
Okay, and then we got KJ Duff at wide receiver, Ian Strong at wide receiver coming back, Antoine Raymond at running back, Samuel Brown the 5th. I mean, that's lit. I haven't seen too many people the 5th. Moses Walker as well.
Katie the Man is returning. Started last year. Solid game manager type. I like the 2 receivers though. KJ Duff 6'6" target outside. Ian Strong's this big physical guy. Both of them you can throw it up to and I'll make them play. So Katie the Man has got a lot of safety valves on this team. Their offense could surprise this year.
A lot of the
play some guy.
Yeah, and a lot of the teams that have kind of been like unlikable in the past, they've added a lot of talent that's like you really like to see. And I think
he's like Rutgers for some reason though.
I hate them.
I know you do. I don't know why though. I like they used to have good jerseys and they got rid of them.
I hate teams that play in like empty stadiums.
Piscataway.
I hate that they because they play where they play their games at NFL. They play in Giant Stadium. They play in y'all's.
Maybe.
I think they play in your all's or something, and then Boston College just plays in the Eagle Stadium, or Temple plays in the Eagle Stadium. And bro, they can't. I hate when teams do that because they can't fill it, and it's just like, bro, have your own stadium and fill that thing out. And I don't know. They just
feel it.
You ever ran into a Rutgers football fan? Like,
They used to feel it.
I know. Shout out Ray
Ray
Rice.
Rice.
Yeah, shout out Ray Rice until he freaking knocked that girl out. But let's get into
Shout out Gary Nova.
let's get into the transfers
Gary
here,
Nova.
Dalton. Give me a couple of guys on this transfer list that you're looking at that you're gonna think it's gonna be some playmakers here for Rutgers, and trying to turn the tide, maybe prove us wrong and have a winning season.
2 guys really stick out. DT Sheffield, really good slot guy, man.
Okay.
Big year last year with Chandler Morse.
Yeah, North Texas, man.
And Cam Miller is good, man. I heard a lot about him going into last year. A lot of hype about him. Penn State people. So, actually, I tend to have a big year here.
Okay. Love it. Love it. Then we got Jacoby Henderson here from Marshall there at corner. We got Dane Partridge from NIU. Another key loss for NIU, but they did add some guys. Like Chris Jones from Mercer, making that move up from FCS. Oliver Beloit from Kent State. And then Hank Zelinkus, who saw some time at Colorado. He started a few games there at Colorado. So he's more than likely going to be there starting up front for the Knights. They still go by the Scarlet Knights, or there's just the Knights?
So.
Yeah, still the Scarlet Knights. I think UCF dropped Golden Knights, and they're now just the Knights.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's why I got them confused. But all right, yeah. So Rutgers 6-6. Like you said, they did have a good quarterback coming in here. Like you said, game manager.
I like Kayden McDonald. Minnesota transfer.
Yeah, I like him. I mean, I don't like him, but I like the switch for him. I like when Rutgers at least tries to switch it up. I like when teams, you know, if you're not, getting 8-9 wins, like, all right, how do we get better? How do we add some more talent? Another team here we got is going 5-7. They're going to be pretty much going back to back 5-7. Michigan State. Aiden Childs is a wild card of a quarterback. I mean, absolute wild card. You don't know what you're getting. Don't mean that in a bad way. He's just had some he's a young guy still, and he's just had some wild moments there on tape. But like I said, a lot of moments there you can build on that get you excited as well.
Oh yeah.
Give me some guys that's going to be returning with him on this list that deserve here some love and some recognition.
Nick Marsh is kind of the underlooked guy from last year's freshman, amazing wide receiver class.
Okay.
Ryan Wingo, Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams, etc. This guy was really good too. He just didn't play for a great team. Aiden Childs was very inaccurate last year. Threw a lot of picks, so he didn't get to shine as much. But I think another year of development for Childs. Nick Marsh might be. He's going to be really good. He already is. He was a big recruit last year. It was one of the biggest first year pools for Jonathan Smith. But he needs to get this train rolling, man.
I know.
A year here, and we got going 5-7. Not a great start to your tenure.
No, I mean we got them losing to USC.
It's all good teams.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to give him that little leeway, but it's like, man, it really shows to you. Big Ten is a pretty tough conference. Michigan State's a team that's usually pretty good, and
Depends on your draw, Like I said, Michigan missed Penn State and
Maryland.
Oregon.
Maryland's got an easy one, but they're still just not that good.
Penn State and Oregon, that's fire.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially for like Michigan.
Yeah, there's a few teams in here that it's like, how did they get that draw? And it's like, all right, is this on purpose to kind of keep some parity, or what are they doing here? But we have them losing to Minnesota, Penn State, Iowa, Indiana, and Michigan, as well as USC and Nebraska. So let's see who is going to be helping out the Spartans there this year. Some new faces across the board here. Carter Moore for Montana State making that jump up. Any other guys you're seeing here?
This is why I didn't like their class. None of these guys really. I just gotta be honest. None of these guys really produce at their other school. They're all just swinging for the fences here without any proven production. Which it's fine to do that with some players, but your whole class is like that. It's not going to be one of my favorite classes. We'll see if any of these guys break out. Maybe Grady Kelly. He was a big recruit. I remember that. Never really played it there, but he was behind some guys at Florida State. NFL guys. So we'll see if he goes good. Joshua Eaton. He's taking a big step up, but he had a couple picks last year. So, overall, man, I think it's about child's development. I think.
Yeah, it is. Big year.
Supposed to be so good.
Big year. Yeah, it's a big year for them.
Some people say he's QB1 into 2027.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't agree with that at all. I think that he's something to build on, maybe like a something that you take later on the rounds and you have there if you want to develop a quarterback. But we're seeing more and more where NFL teams don't want to develop a quarterback. They want to get a guy who's proven or a guy that knows he's going to be a backup forever.
It's easier to win on your first rookie contract.
Yeah.
Because you don't got to pay the quarterback.
That's the goal. That's the goal for pretty much every team. The formula, let's just try to get it within our rookie contract and with our quarterback before he gets that big payday. Let's just stack the deck around him. And then the survival of the fittest after that, which we've seen it work for so many teams. Now, obviously, we've seen some teams go all in with veteran quarterbacks in the league, and then they're kind of been recovering since then, like the Buccaneers, like the Rams.
The Bucs.
I mean, they've won the division past 4 years.
They're good.
Yeah. So, but I'm talking as a championship contender, right? So they're kind of where around they were a little bit better from when they got Brady. Before then, they got Brady.
I was gonna say the team that was good for a year or two that's not good now the team that took the quarterback, the veteran role that sucks still is the Colts.
Yeah, I know. Matt Ryan, Phillip Rivers, and then they went with Carson Wentz, right? Yeah.
So that's the team when you say that, that's what I thought of.
I agree. So, all right, we have some guys here, like you said, coming in, and like you said, we didn't like this class too much because there was lacking a lot of production. But some of these guys did come from some big schools. The guys who did have production are coming from FCS programs. So,
Sean McCray from Kent State was their best receiver last year, but they went 0-12.
Yeah.
How much stock can I put into that? I got to see him produce at a big school before you know about stock. That's all.
Yeah.
Kent State, any Kent State guy, with all due respect.
I agree.
So
So
12, man. I mean, it's hard to do.
I agree.
It's hard not to get one.
No, I agree. I think it's kind of it's like prove it. A lot of prove it for a lot of these guys, and another prove it years for UCLA. Now, probably one of the biggest, talked about transfer portal moves, controversial. Some people absolutely hated it. I don't know too many people that loved it, but just some people's like, okay, I respect it. Was Nico Iamaleava here for UCLA? We got them going 4-8. It's not really going to be a good look for them. They're coming off a 5-7 year. Obviously, he's on the transfer portal list. Before we get into that, let's get into some guys that are returning for him. Give me some names here, Dalton, that you might like here returning for the UCLA Bruins.
John Vaughn's really good linebacker there. Hudson Havermill started last year. That's about all I can say. These guys started last year.
Right.
These were like the bottom barrel starters last year on the team.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. They don't have much returning production at all. It's gonna all have to come from the portal. That's not a way to live, really.
No,
you gotta have both.
It's hard.
You gotta be able to hit recruiting class and portal, and you only get one out of the two. You're probably not gonna, unless you're already good. You could stay good if you're just, but you gotta hit both to be good. And I don't know if Foster's can do that. We'll have to see it.
Yeah, Deshaun Foster's in for an uphill battle as well.
It's a really tough schedule, though. Like, I'm looking at the losses we got. Utah,
mm-hmm.
They're going to be way improved.
Yeah.
They're back. They're back.
Yes.
Utah might finish second or third in the Big 12.
Okay.
Penn State.
Yep.
Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana.
Yep.
Ohio State. Washington, USC. And Michigan State is the worst team they lose to. They could win that, go 5-7.
Aiden Childs put the team on his back one time. It might happen, but
they could beat them. Onianwa could go off, but one game.
Okay. Now, speaking of Iamaleava, let's get into it. We got the transfers here. Anybody that's going to kind of chip in and help them out? Obviously, we don't have them having a great record, but maybe anybody here that's going to get some stats. Anybody that you like here, the transfer list?
I was surprised to see Benjamin Perry leave Louisville, 2-year starter there.
Another guy, man. I mean, Louisville lost a lot of guys up front in pretty much almost every position, bro.
Mikey Matthews had a good year at Cal last year. Javian Thomas also had a good year for Cal. So they got two good Cal transfers coming in, staying in state. I like that. But they're just gonna need Nico to play as good as he's supposed to be. Not as good as he played last year. He wasn't great last year.
No, he wasn't. And even though they got to the playoffs, so a lot of people say, "Oh, you added a guy who's been into the playoffs." One of the highest rated.
True.
Yeah, one of the highest.
Defense was freaking good
stout
last year, and they had Dylan Sampson just 1,500. Best running back in the SEC last year.
Yeah, they made the field seem so big for so many teams. They've made a lot of teams seem struggle to even get a first down, let alone get across the 50.
Too, by the way.
Yeah, it was weird.
As a Florida fan,
it was
Tennessee having a bad defense, so if they beat us, they're gonna have to score 45.
Yeah, it was weird seeing them it was seeing them having just a brick wall defense.
I don't think we'll get to them next week, but I'm not high on Tennessee at all. Joey Aguilar, co.
No, and then Joey, a lot of guys on that team.
Yeah, speaking of, UCLA had Joey Aguilar for a minute.
Yes.
Essentially, they traded.
Yes.
Which is another conversation. Is that going to be a thing eventually? Trades
in with the transfer portal. I think. I mean, indirect trades. Yeah, I think they're going to have like 3 options to choose from. It's just going to be the school that just lost their guy that just went to your school. So maybe, bro. I hope not. That's just weird. I'm all for innovation and
The same players have to approve of the trade though.
Yeah.
Not like pro sports where it's just the front office dealing.
Yeah.
Players have to agree on.
If you're doing that, then like.
How about that? Like you run it through the players.
If you're doing that, then
you got a trade set up for you. What if you want to go here? You'll start instead of being a backup here. This guy will start here.
Yeah, it has to approve it.
If you want though, say no, man. I want to earn my keep here. I'm gonna get on the field my own way.
Well, I would say what you would need to do for that to happen, you would have to pretty much get rid of. Nobody should ever be ineligible for academics after that ever again. Because if you're a major at this school and your major's not offered there, like you're obviously saying, all right, your school means nothing. Which, it really doesn't for a lot of these guys, which I get. They're a lot of people say, they're there to play football in that school. I get it.
That school probably means a lot for Kayden Robinson.
Some of these guys, but I think if they do that, then they'll have to get rid of like any academic responsibility from these guys, because at that point, you're pretty much trading guys. Like, all right, I mean, what if it's you can't approve it and a guy gets pulled off the practice field, bro? You just got traded to New Mexico State, like like if that happens, then
No, if you don't approve it, I would hate
yeah,
that.
then we're living in some wild times. But with you saying like the approval thing, that's maybe something that they look at. But it's weird they added another Nico here, Nico DeVilliers from Arkansas. We got Andre Jordan, cornerback from Oregon State, Mikey Matthews. Like you said, a lot of these guys are just going to have to prove it. And another team that's pretty much the whole nation is taking their shot, taking their turn at taking shots is Wisconsin. Now, Wisconsin, we don't have them going great season as well. We've kind of kept it, real, I believe. Coming off 5-7 this year, we got them going 4-8. They added our guy, Jameer Scott, cornerback, true freshman. He's on the 3 deep. Like I said, probably going to get some special teams reps there, and hopefully he gets on the field. But they have some guys coming here. They got Darian Dupree there at running back, Vinny Anthony at wide receiver, Tucker Ashcraft there at tight end, Ben Barton, defensive tackle, linebacker Christian Alighiero, Richard Hallman at cornerback, and then Najee Forquarin at corner. So for Karen, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
For Karen. But give me your thoughts on the Badgers, Dalton.
I mean, I'm not as low on them necessarily as the record shows. It's just they have the hardest schedule in the Big Ten.
They do.
And they play Alabama non-conference, too.
Yeah.
Alabama's going to be, I hate them, but they're actually going to be really good.
Alabama, they
Their
just
defense
recently
might-
named Ty Simpson as their quarterback,
defense
which
might
I'm
be-
a little skeptical about.
Their defense might be number one in the nation.
Ooh.
They have so many draft players. I'm just saying. But at Wisconsin, they're going to need Billy Edwards to hit. You got to play good.
Really good.
They're going to need Daniel Koziel to play as good as last year at Ball State. One of the best tight ends in the country last year statistically.
Dog.
They're going to need him to do that again. And then you're going to have everything else fall into place with this schedule. I mean, we got them losing to Bama, Michigan, Iowa, Ohio State, Oregon, Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota. I mean, come on.
Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Absolute gauntlet. So, yeah, you had injuries in there, man. It could be a very long year for the Badgers, and a lot of people think Luke Fickell's...
That's 4-8 with them beating Washington.
And that's a hard one as well.
I don't really think they beat Washington. We just gave Wisconsin one because I didn't think they'd go 3-9.
Yeah, you always get a win.
3-9's bad.
Every team probably in the nation, they get a win that you didn't think they were going to get, and they lose a game you didn't think they were going to lose.
Oh, seriously.
So that was the game that we thought they were going to win, which, like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if they do drop that game, given injuries and whatever happens through the season. Luke Fickell, people are thinking this is going to be maybe his last year there.
3-9.
Yeah. What do you expect, though? What's the expectation? That's the biggest thing.
Wisconsin's been good forever.
Bro, it's the biggest thing about every program. It's just what is and I'm talking like internal fans or just a part of the staff or whatever. What is your expectation? What is the definition of a good season? If you lose every game by 1, is that still a good season? If you go 0-12 but you lose every game by 1, you score 40, is that a good season? It's what is your definition of a good season?
That would suck.
With them having such a gauntlet, what is the definition of success for this team? Is it 5 wins? Is that a successful year for them given the schedule and the resources? What do you think?
I don't think it's successful ever if you don't make a bowl anywhere.
Yeah.
You got to go 6-6.
Yeah.
That's just
I agree. But somebody has to have these records. Not everybody in the Big Ten can go 8-4.
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
And we have been, like you said, could we see just 8-4 being that sweet number where you just see teams switching out to 8-4 every year and dropping off? Does Minnesota drop off next year? Does Wisconsin slip into 8-4 next year? You don't know. But that would be a big turnaround nonetheless, obviously, because it's an uphill battle for them. Do you honestly think in your heart that a new coach is going to be there next year? What do you think?
They go 4-8.
What do you think?
Yeah. I think so. Wisconsin's been good for a long time.
So we're doing our 2026 preview this time next year. Are we talking about Wisconsin having a brand new coach at the helm?
Yeah.
We are.
They
Okay.
might,
I agree.
might bring Bielema back
Ooh.
if he leaves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If he leaves,
It's going to be hard to get him from Illinois. It seems like he really enjoys it there. Obviously, money talks, BS walks, but we'll see what happens and see how it plays out for the Badgers. Obviously, we'll keep you posted. Let's get into the next team.
Wisconsin was really good at football and basketball.
Me too.
It was fire. Like they were really good.
As a Green Bay Packer fan, I remember there was at one point in time where people didn't know if the Packers or the Wisconsin Badgers had a better offensive line. Like they were really good. I remember that time. I remember that vividly. Like, who has like the best offensive line in Wisconsin? Is it the Packers? Like, they don't know. And yeah, a lot of these teams, man. It's just as you see, Big Ten. We're adding USC. We're adding Oregon. We're adding UCLA. That's 3 teams. Potential 3 losses every year, 2 to 3 losses every year that you used to not have. To where that some of these programs kind of fall by. When that happens, like Wisconsin, which you hate to see, because that's why I think they'll eventually just have maybe no conferences, bro. Like,
Yeah,
some
I
of
know.
these teams like Wisconsin, they're going to get tired of going 4-8 and having good players. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, we have on the screen here Maryland Terrapins. They have a pretty uphill battle there for them. They lost Billy Edwards, who is just, at our last school here at Wisconsin. Nolan Ray's coming back at running back. Neo Avery, Trey Reddick is there at defensive end. Octavian Smith is at wide receiver. Dylan Fontes at defensive tackle. Michael Harris at linebacker. And Lavian Scruggs there at safety. Let's get into this transfers here, Dalton, for the Turtles. What do you think of these guys?
I heard good. Jalil Farouk had a good year, man, 2 years ago. Hurt last year, so he might break out again.
Okay.
Besides that, Justin Martin battling for the starting job with the freshman Malik Washington.
Yep.
I'm not sure who's going to win that, but either way, Justin Martin plays a big role in this team. Jamari Glasgow, he had a good year last year, and everybody else, I haven't heard of him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lie. But this team they're not very good.
No.
I don't think.
They're getting guys for a couple big schools. D.D. Holmes from Florida State, Jordan Scott, Florida State. But like you said, some guys that, the only thing we know about them is where they come from. We just haven't seen them play football yet. And that's what they're hoping to do this year. It's what makes this thing so crazy. We have teams getting 30 new players, and, half of them won't be there in January. So it's pretty crazy, man. We'll see how it shakes out for them as we get into these last few teams. Nothing too crazy exciting, man. When you only have about 3-4 wins projected, but it's all about if you're a betting person, get some more knowledge on the team and like, all right, I'm definitely fading this team, or some of these guys if they're coming from big programs. If you're a betting
You
person,
can fade Maryland for sure most of the year.
Yeah.
Freshman quarterback.
I would say if you're gonna be betting for some Big Ten, just bets as we go along that I would think would be safe. I like you said, Maryland, you could fade them every week there. I mean, Ohio State, you could probably just take them. I mean, how many yards are they really going to pass for every year? I mean, every week they're going to be gunning that thing with all the receivers, right? But I don't know.
True.
I would take Michigan under. That would be safe on a lot of games. They're going to be gritting and grinding a lot of those games. USC, another team I don't think is going to they'll probably get a lot of yards, but maybe necessarily not score a lot of points. But we'll see how it happens for them as we get into it. But let's get into our last couple teams, and then we'll get a kind of a roundup here, Dalton. We got another team going 3-9, coming off 4-8 here. They did add Preston Stone, which we'll get into the transfers. Probably one of the bright points that they had this offseason. Any of these guys that are on the returning players that are going to be some playmakers for them?
Cam Porter's a solid back. Been starting there for a couple of years now. Aiden Hooper's a good DN. Najee Story's good D tackle. They're always pretty good in the trenches,
Yeah, they are.
shine at up front, and they're just always bare in the skill positions. It seems like.
Yeah, and like you said, like one of the few teams with Northwestern who do kind of still take their academics serious, where it's hard to get good. You got teams like Cal, Stanford, Northwestern, who have great academic prowess and history to where they're still kind of staying strong on those values, which is respectable. But, they did add some guys in the portal as well to try to get some more dubs. Like we said, Preston Stone coming from SMU. They're going to be leaning on him from beginning to end this season. And rightfully so when you bring a guy like that. So we have Griffin Wild from South Dakota State, another guy from South Dakota State. Jack Sadowski there, the fifth, another player that's the fifth.
Nice.
From for Iowa State. Dylan Tatum there, safety from Michigan State. We got Fred Davis from Jack State. Martez Lewis from Minnesota. Another guy, Yami Karloftis from
good.
Purdue. Yeah, he's
It's
good.
George Karloftis, brother.
Yeah, hey, bro. I'm telling you, there's going to be a number where I'm telling you 10 players are going to be getting drafted from this Purdue team last year.
Probably.
I swear. It's going to be crazy, and it's going to be a storyline. And you heard it here first, I promise, because the amount of studs I've seen on all these lists is insane. So we're going to be seeing them on film as well. Don't be surprised about that. They got Talon Chandler from Missouri. Missouri's had a crazy stout offensive line this last year, and going to run it back this year with a big offensive line. So he found a new home. But nothing too crazy here for Northwestern. Any guys that I missed that you may have heard of?
Griffin Wild had a good year last year. Chase Farrell's all right, and Yanni Karlaftis, good player. I don't know. Preston Stone's gonna have to play like he did 2 years ago, man.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll be all right. Be able to get 5 wins.
Yeah, and obviously lost the job to Kevin Jennings there, and they went and won the ACC their first year in it. So he's off to hopefully greener pastures wearing the purple. Let's get into our last team, Dalton. And somebody's got to finish last, right? The team we've been talking about, we've brought them up a lot, losing player after player. It is Purdue.
Yeah.
The Boilermakers. They have one returning starter, Devin Mockabee.
Yeah.
And they have 54 total new transfers. So, crazy stat. I'll show you the stat here while I was doing this homework. So they have 54 total commits, right? I'm going to do it off my head. They have that's obviously number one total transfers. The number second team in this Big Ten that have the next most transfers is UCLA with 31. So when you have 23 more players than everybody, at least 23, you think you would rank pretty high on the transfer portal list within your conference. No, they still ranked 14th.
Last?
14th out of 18th.
Damn.
With 54 players coming in. Purdue still only ranked 14th in the conference. So that was a wild stat. If that tells you anything. Let's get into the list, Dalton. See if you remember any of these guys from last season here. Out of the 54, we got Marquez Easley from Georgia, Nitro Tuggle. Put him on the name list here. Nitro Tuggle from Georgia, Braden Joyner from Auburn. They're at offensive line. Miles Mitchell from Monmouth, rare transfer from Monmouth. There, they don't produce many guys. Braylon Charles from North Texas there on D line, and then out of this back half, we have an Eastern Kentucky guy, Tyrell Green. Anybody else that you've heard of here on this back half? Malachi Singleton from Arkansas.
No, Byron Brown.
Okay,
Started at Purdue last year. Changed North Carolina in the spring. Came back at a big game last year against Illinois, like 400 yards.
Okay.
So
I wanted to put both of them on there because I did think I knew I heard of Ryan Brown somewhere. I just didn't know where it was. So out of those two, with Malachi Singleton, who you think there's going to be, higher on the depth chart?
I think Ryan Brown starts.
Okay, love it.
Yeah, he should start this year. Like I said, he had a couple of big games last year.
I mean,
Tony Grimes is good too. He's been well-traveled DB.
And he's obviously coming from Vegas there. They got Dan Mullen there over at
Nitro
UNLV.
Tuggle was a former, big recruit.
Who?
Nitro Tuggle.
Yeah, I love that name. Yeah, Georgia. I said 2 Georgia guys there at the top. And obviously we can't fit the rest of the 54 on this list, but we don't have them doing well, unfortunately. I think it's going to be a long year for them, 2-10. Obviously anything's a positive. Last year they lost pretty much their whole team, 1-11, new coaching staff, and we'll see how it shakes out. But let's go ahead and bring back our standings here, Dalton. Obviously we went in order, but let's bring back our standings while we round out here as we finish our Big Ten preview. It is our second to last one here. We are on the road to all 136 teams getting covered from top to bottom here, just like we did here with this Big Ten and all 18 teams. 18-team conference. Crazy. I never thought I would ever see an 18-team conference. You told me that as a kid. Let alone a Power 4 conference. Like, what? That makes less sense as a kid. It's like, all right. Give me your thoughts here, Dalton. Obviously, we've kind of went top to bottom here. Ohio State, we have winning it. Penn State, Oregon. Out of those 3, those are the only ones that we have a national really contender really rating on. Do we see 2 playoff teams? Do we see 3 playoff teams? What are your thoughts?
It looks like there'll be 3.
Yeah.
They're all 11-1, man.
I know, right? I agree. That's why I kind of wanted, I was thinking, was it ACC? I was convinced there's going to be 3. And there's a lot of people think it's only going to be 2, which I get it.
Yeah, 3 out of that conference is crazy.
I know, but I think it's going
to be SEC, a Big Ten, conference.
3. I think, and then next year we're probably going to see it expand even more. So hold your horses, cool your jets, because we're going to see some more teams in the
Big Ten had 3 last year. SEC did 2. They probably will every year.
and ACC only had 2 with Clemson and SMU, right? Right. Miami, Louisville, they didn't make it. Syracuse didn't make it.
Who else made it?
Clemson.
2 ACC teams made it. That's 8 teams. Only 1 Big 12 team made it though, and then Boise State. So that's 10 teams. Notre Dame.
Yeah,
Independent.
Which we will go over. We will get over our independent teams next
Who was
week.
the 12th one last year? I got Georgia, Texas, and Tennessee. Was there another SEC team?
Well, I remember
Penn State,
here we go.
Ohio
We had
State.
Clemson face Texas. We had Tennessee and Ohio State.
I got them too.
Then SMU played Penn State, and Indiana's played Notre Dame.
There was 4 Big Ten teams.
So it was 4 Big Ten teams, and then there was 2 ACC teams last year.
3 SEC, 1 Big 12.
Could we see only?
I don't think it'd be 4 again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I agree. I think we'll see 3 teams here in the playoffs. Oregon will get in. Oregon, are they going to get a playoff win? I'm very skeptical on that. Hold on.
Oh no, it's matchup based.
Yeah, I'm very skeptical on Oregon and Dan Lanning. Honestly, I do think that it's going to be. I don't know.
Running back's really, really good though.
He just signed an extension, I think, right?
The running back's good. Oh,
So-
I think he did.
He just signed an extension. Dan Lanning did. I was on record saying, I'll say our air. I thought this is going to be his last year in Oregon. So it looks like I was wrong on that. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm really excited to see how the quarterback play pulls out. Dante Moore, he's a big guy, big mobile. I like him more than Dylan Gabriel, and Bo Nix had his best year, in college in Oregon. So Oregon's starting to build himself a little tree there of quarterbacks coming in if they can get Dante Moore on the list as well and add him in. Before we end our Big Ten preview, Dalton, we're getting to the nitty gritty here. We're getting into it. We got SEC, the big hog mollies there. Your Florida Gators are going to be covered from top to bottom along with the rest of the other teams. But give us your last thoughts here as we close out the Big Ten. Obviously, we'll be talking about this conference throughout the whole season. But give me your thoughts on just the identity of the 2025 Big Ten Conference.
It's a lot of the same teams. They're good. That good year in year out. Michigan, Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of teams that need to get better too at the bottom. It's just so top heavy. I feel like this conference compared to the SEC. That's why the SEC's better.
The most top heavy.
The
most top heavy this year by far, right? Big Ten.
Yeah.
I agree, and I think a lot of these conferences will get into SEC. I think that's going to be a very competitive conference. I think that's going to be a little more top heavy than people think, but maybe just by 1 or 2 teams. We'll see. We'll get into your Gators. We'll see if they can pull off an 8-win season.
15 in the poll.
15th, I know. I don't hate that. Are you going to finish in the teens? That's what I've seen.
Now we're gonna finish in the 10.
Oh, okay, 10 or better. Oh, I like it. I can't wait to get into SEC.
I can't wait till I go to that game week 3.
Okay, and you're going to LSU. Okay, so and obviously we are having a big game within, this conference. Obviously, with the Big Ten, we have Ohio State and Texas going off week 1. We will have you covered, people. We have week 0 next week after our SEC preview, and we're going to give you picks for every single game. And after that, we will have a top 6. Every week. So I want to get into it before we leave you all. I want to thank everyone that's tuning in. Hope you all have had a great week, and it's going to be a great weekend ahead. Hopefully it's cooling down. It's going to be very hot this weekend here.
Not yet, man.
Hopefully it's our last little bit.
Last weekend of the year, Louisville was supposed to be, and that's saying something.
It has been a hot summer. It's been a sticky summer, bro. It's been a sticky summer. If you caught us on Draft Professors, a lot of we were on it with a coach out of PA. He said they're doing heat acclimation, so it's hot all around the country. All the players there. Anybody listening, stay hydrated. Eat. I passed out from not eating, so it's like, bro, eating, man, you got to eat. First day of practice, I passed out. I passed out, man. I didn't eat. You have to eat. I was just being an idiot, and
you should not eat for days at a time.
Yeah. So, yeah, guys, you got players. You got to eat, hydrate. Stay tuned. We will be going live on Monday, or we'll be going Monday mornings is when we're going to be airing throughout the season. A little announcement here. We'll be reiterating that, and then we'll be going live on Thursday nights, so you can catch us throughout the season. Monday morning, start your week off. We'll go over all the picks that we just went over, and pretty much the week that happened and the craziness that happened a couple days before throughout that week. And then Thursday, that's when we'll give you the picks for the week. You'll be able to get those. We'll pick as many games as we see fit there, at least 6. We'll do a pick 6 and then probably add a couple more.
Depends on the week. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy year, man. I can't wait.
I mean, it's wide open this year. That's what I like. No favorite, no dominant favorite, really.
No, I agree. I think a lot of these quarterbacks are going to take some sliding there with the draft. I think so a few quarterbacks are going to come out early because of that. I think that's what I think is going to unfold. Follow us on Substack if you all like to read about sports. We have some great articles coming out pretty much daily there with our senior writer, Mark. He has been killing it. I mean, churning out the content. I mean, he's been ruffling some feathers. He's been, showing some love, with our predictions there and pretty much adding his insight, which has been great. And I'm really excited, man. We're going to be next Friday. We're first starting it off strong, man. We're coming into season hot. We are going to be at Winton Woods High School in Cincinnati. We're going to be seeing Bryshon Brown, NIU quarterback commit.
Let's go.
We're going to see Kyle Kelly, Alabama commit, safety, and a couple other guys as well. They got some D linemen. Check out here later today. We have our Friday 5 prospects that's going to be coming out, and 5 prospects you need to know every single week. If you're into recruiting, if you're just bored, want to watch some tape of some future stars, you can do that. We'll got some 5 guys every week for you. Dalton, give me your few thoughts here, as we wrap it up, and we will see the people in a few days for SEC preview.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk SEC ball. That's where I call it. That if they, college had 16 teams, that'd be great. They just play each other every year.
I do think every SEC team should play each other. I do.
We can't though.
I think they should. I don't think they should have any FCS.
Well, there's 16 teams though. It's only 12 games.
I know, but just as many as they could. I don't think there should be
9-conference games instead of 8.
There should maybe be.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I always said that, but we don't need it. It's hard enough.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, man, ready to talk that next week. Ready for football. Like you said, good first game of the year. Good first game.
Let's get it.
Rocco
Becht, and then we have Avery.
Rocco's my boy.
And we have Sunshine there going to be running and gunning.
Why is Rocco's name going up draft boards this year?
I don't doubt that. Especially we'll see what happens with Mateer and all that stuff. I think he'll be good, but we'll see.
That's up in the air.
Yeah, we'll see about that. But hope everyone has had a great week. Have a great weekend, and we will catch you on early next week for SEC preview. Have a great one.
Yep. See y'all later.
See ya.